Hey everybody, how you doing? How's your sports tonight? Huh? That's what I want to know. How is your sports tonight? Technically, shouldn't it be how are your sports tonight? Nah, I'm doing it raw. How is your sports tonight? Welcome. And we're going to share the show around, but man, there's a lot to get to tonight. We got a barn burner in the Stanley Cup. I've been watching this game. Tampa Bay 4, Dallas 4, and this thing just keeps going back and forth. It is a heck of a hockey match, you know. Hey, Morty Vickers here. He says, let's do this. And I agree with him, man. Let's get at it. We got NBA action. We've got Major League Baseball. There's a UFC event this weekend. And also, we'll do our NFL and MLS predictions for the weekend. Man, oh man, I am loving this hockey game. It is fabulous. If you like hockey, this is one to see. Tampa Bay's up in the series, but Dallas is giving them all they can handle. 4-4, about 8 minutes left in the third period. It is a tremendous hockey game. Loving it. Loving it. And there's a lot going on with that Celtics Heat game. It was closer earlier. I checked it just before I went on, and oh man, did I just mess something up here? I don't even know if I want to check that. I'm not gonna. Let's see here. Page I manage. Okay. Yeah, it's a little less close than it was earlier, but we'll get to that in a second and get you all queued up on the NBA. And Major League Baseball, a lot going on in the NFL, as always, on this weekend. And man, oh man. Man, oh man, am I loving this hockey. That's a great hockey match. Great, great, great. I love hockey. And it's a tough one for me because I worked for the Tampa Bay Lightning and I lived in Dallas. So I like both of these organizations, but I just think Tampa's got too much skill, and they're way too good at the power play. They've been lethal on the power play tonight, and I just think over time that's gonna do it. Dallas is getting what they want tonight, though, because they've drastically reduced the amount of shots that Tampa's getting on goal, and that's their game. So. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I can't quit looking over there. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, I got a couple more places to share this to, and then we'll get at it. And I'll get to your comments here in just a second. I see we got some people in the room. So there's that, and I don't think I did that twice. I hate vamping like this because I lose track of where I've shared this show to. And Facebook gets really testy when you accidentally share it to the same They spamming, you're spamming, we removed it because of spam. Dude, it's not spamming when you accidentally, I mean, you know what I mean? It's spamming when you you know what I mean. You know what spam is. I don't have to explain it to you. I don't have to explain it to you. No. Oh, man. It's such a good hockey game. Let's see. Oh, by the way, they're going at it again tomorrow in the NHL. Very rare for the Stanley Cup to be back-to-back nights. But that's what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. They're going to be going again 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern tomorrow. So I might have to check that out. The RSL match isn't until Sunday, so I probably will watch that. I'll switch back and forth during the NFL. I'm not proud. Let's see here. Boom. One more place. We got to get our Twitter posting in. At least that's what they tell me. You got to tweet. You just got to tweet. It's about 5 minutes. I bet you this thing goes to overtime. 4-4, 5:34 left in the third. All right, here we go. I did that wrong right off the bat. That's not cool. Oh, come on. Twitter takes a long time. Twitter is not athletic or explosive. It takes a long time to load up. All right. All right, there we go. Live streaming. Sports talk. Heat v Celtics. There we go. NBA. Stanley Cup. Lord Stanley's Cup. Oh, gee, come on. I'll go with Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, fingers. NHL. NBA. NFL. MLS. I already did NBA, MLB, and UFC. UFC, is it 253, this one? I don't know which one it is. I'm just doing UFC. We get rid of one of these NBAs. Say goodbye. And now we tweet. Unless anybody had anything in there. Man, this chick keeps following me in every chat room I go to, says Morty Vicker about Rosie Williams. All right, kabam. Now we're tweeting. Oh, come on. Man, Twitter takes a long time. I'm the kind of jerk that after a while, I'll just go, you know what? I'm done with you. You take too long. I'm just done with you. For some reason, my Sports Spectacular doesn't show the player like the other one does. Oh, well. Oh, well. Maybe it shows it later. Morty Vicker says 2:53. Yeah, NHL 4-4. I know. I got it on right now. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. It's still 4-4. Looks like Tampa Bay's got like 28, 29 shots on goal. Dallas 27. That's what they really want to do, Dallas, is get that disparity in shots. And these shots are coming in surges. One team will just be all over it for a while, and then another team. It's back and forth. That's the kind of hockey you like to see. Hockey, you know. All right, let's get this hip-hop party started. Vasilevsky, both the goaltenders have let in a shaky goal, but anyway, we'll get to it all here in a second. I don't know why I'm doing the show before I do the show. There's no reason to do the show before you do the show. You do the show while you do the show. This is what you do the show for. All right. Let's light this candle, shall we? I think we shall.
Tom is a white male. Always invited to the cookout.
Always.
But he spit straight hot fire. Okay? You said who is the best commentator on Facebook Live? Tom.
Because he spit hot fire.
Because he spit hot fire.
Yo, he even got the last name. And let me tell you this too. Tom potato salad good.
Mm-hmm. No raisins.
It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins.
I don't care who owned the Chiefs. I hate it here. Make me sick. My allergy. Puke every time. Blah, like that. Puke.
Well, you're a goalie. You're supposed to be like that.
Somebody owned the Chiefs. We go to Florida and I get the money.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Let me answer that. You know, that is an absolute crock of You know, you people in the news media, all of you dwell on some negative piece of like that. And I don't know how Steve feels about it, but it just and you don't have to bleep one single word of this.
That it doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Hi, I'm Jim Harbaugh of the Indianapolis Colts, and I recommend that you wear a helmet while listening to the show.
Oh yeah, Friday night, a whole weekend of sports out in front of you. We're going to cover it all here. Welcome to my Sports Spectacular. I am Tom Gulley. It's an hour of power with your comments in our YouTube chat room and, of course, your calls at 817-522-3948. A lot going on We've got the Heat and the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. We've got a Stanley Cup. Just an absolute dream of a Stanley Cup match going on right now. 4-4 in the third period. About 2.5 minutes left. Looks like this baby's going to overtime. We've also got Major League Baseball to cover. We've also got the NFL and Major League Soccer to predict. And we've got UFC, and we got just regular sports stories coming your way. Hope you're going to have it our way with us tonight. 2 minutes left now in that Stanley Cup. Game 4. Shot on goal by the Lightning. I mentioned in the pre-show, it's a tough one for me because I worked for the Lightning and I lived in Dallas for forever. So they just put one on goal, but Vasilevsky equal to the task. Covers it up. That'll be a face-off. Anyway, in our chat room right now, we've got the legendary Morty Vicker. He likes his wine chilled and in a ball jar. And, of course, Rosie Williams. She knows her UFC. Morty Vicker says, never knew you were known for your tater salad. And who puts raisins in their tater salad? Well, it's a famous, they're actually referring to a famous edition of Black Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live, and indicating that sometimes white people put unnecessary items in their potato salad, like raisins. And that's why I'm always invited to the cookout, because my potato salad good. It ain't bland. No raisins. Right now, the Heat and the Celtics are getting it on. Miami's up 3-1. The Celtics want to make a series of this. It's 97 for the Heat, 97 for the Celtics, 89 for the Heat. 8:52 left in the fourth. I already updated you on the Stanley Cup. About a minute left. End-to-end action, 4-4 right now. I'm predicting this baby is going to OT. I'll look over there again in just a second. Might as well get into Major League Baseball here while I'll cue it up anyway. While I'm watching the end of this thing, we're under a minute now, and Tampa's been deadly. I mean, deadly in the power play tonight. Dallas, not so much. Got about 30 seconds left now. Lightning defending in front of their old goal. They put it up to the blue line. That's going to go in the corner. And the clock will stop with 28 seconds left. Let's see here. Everyone's looking around, and why? Corey Perry is going to get a penalty. And so the Dallas defenseman who scored early in the game goes into the sin bin. Oh, yeah, that's hooking. He took down point right before the blue line. Ref let play go on just while the official, I should say, let play go on just to see if Tampa could do something with it. But so there'll be a power play for the last 28 seconds for the Lightning. And they have been absolutely deadly in the power play tonight. I don't expect anything to happen in 28 seconds, but if it's going to, it'll probably be the Lightning that can do it. So face off in the Dallas end. Scrum for it right now. Dallas gets it. They put it up the boards. Tampa tries to keep it in. They can't. They're going to have to recycle. They go in on the left side, try to get it in. It's blocked. Tampa takes it back, though. Shot on goal. It's blocked by Vasilevsky. And we're down to 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll send us into overtime. End of regulation. It is 4-4. We'll keep you posted as best we can for the rest of the show, just how that overtime period goes when they resume play here in a little while. Major League Baseball, let's get to it. No raisins. All right, on the scoreboard right now, bottom of the 10th, Red Sox over the Braves, 6-5. Braves are up at bat with 2 down. Swanson comes to the plate. Springs is pitching with a man on first. Middle of the 8th inning, Cubs all over the White Sox, 9-0 now in the middle of the 8th. Top of the 9th, the Royals over the Tigers, 3-2, 2 down in the top of the 9th. Man on first, Hassa is up, and he's got a 1-0 count. Bottom of the 9th, Astros beating the Rangers. As I always say, insert name of major league team beating the Rangers, and that is a 3-2 score right now in the bottom of the 9th. The Rangers with 1 down. Dietrich at the plate. Presley pitching for the Astros. Middle of the 8th, the Reds beating the Twins 4-2. And in game 2 of a doubleheader, the Cardinals beating the Brewers 9-1. Top of the 4th, Angels over the Dodgers 4-2. Still early. Those Dodgers 40-17 on the season. Top of the 5th, 0-0, Mariners and Athletics. Middle of the 2nd inning, Diamondbacks 6, Rockies 4. Bottom of the 3rd, Giants 1, Padres nothing. First game of that doubleheader, the Brewers won that one 3-0. A couple of finals for you. Orioles losing to the Blue Jays 10-5. Game 1 of a doubleheader, Diamondbacks beating the Rockies 4-0. Rays over the Phillies 6-4. In 10 innings, it was the Marlins beating the Yankees. Indians 4, Pirates 3, and in 7 innings, first game of a doubleheader, it's Giants 5, Padres 4. Mets Nationals postponed. So, sorry. Postponed. Let's look at that playoff race real quickly. Rosie says, go Angels. Be true to your school like you would to your girl or your guy. We've got Rays, Twins, Athletics, and White Sox are the top 4 seeds in the American League. Blue Jays, Indians, and Yankees have qualified. Astros, the holdout there, they are trying to clinch, and their magic number is 1. In the National League, Dodgers, Braves, Cubs, Padres, only 4 teams have qualified and clinched a playoff spot in the National League. In the National League, the magic numbers are Marlins 2, Reds 3, Giants 4, Cardinals also 4. There you go. Astros can clinch a postseason berth and number 6 seed in the American League tonight with a win over the Rangers or an Angels loss to the Dodgers. And I think it's more likely they'll beat the Rangers. Let's see here. Rosie says, dang, 5 doubleheader games today. Sorry, 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get back to that Celtics and Heat game. Update you on that real quick, and then we'll head to the NFL. Celtics up 105-91, 14-point lead with 7 minutes left. But it is the NBA. Anything can happen with 7 minutes, I think. We all know that. Let's see. We all know that the Lightning are going into overtime with the Stars in the Stanley Cup. Let's take a look at the NFL schedule and try to pick our winners. I don't do any of that spread. I don't do that. I'll do the over-under with you sometime. Not now, but sometime. Alrighty, let's see here. Chicago is at Atlanta. Ooh, that's a close one. I'm going to take, I'll just take Atlanta at home. I could flip a coin on that one. Let's see here. That's going to be the Rams at Buffalo. I'm going to take the Rams. Washington at Cleveland. Oh, boy, that's another tough one. Give me Washington. I hate Cleveland. Tennessee is at Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota can lose again, and I don't think they can lose again at home, and I don't think they can lose again at home to an AFC South opponent. Give me Minnesota. Las Vegas is at New England. I know they look good on Monday night, but going to have to take New England. San Francisco at New York Giants. Always pick against the Giants. San Francisco. Cincinnati will be at Philadelphia. Give me Philly. Houston at Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh. New York Jets at Indianapolis. Give me Indianapolis. Carolina will be at the Chargers. I'm going to just go ahead and take the Chargers. Tampa Bay is at Denver. Give me Tampa Bay. Detroit at Arizona. I'm going to pick Detroit in an upset. Dallas will be at Seattle. Seattle all the way. And Green Bay at New Orleans. Boy, New Orleans didn't look all that great the last time out. And the Packers have been looking great. Tough to win in New Orleans. Gosh. Give me Green Bay. Kansas City will be at Baltimore. Hate to say it, going to take Baltimore. And that will do it for my picks of the NFL weekend. Rosie Williams says Packers. I'm with you, Rosie. Me and you, lady. Morty Vickers says, might want to look into that Chargers decision. I don't know, man. A-Bear looked really good. Did I pick against them? Hold on. I'm going to say I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers. If you made me repick that, thank you. I thought A-Bear looked real good. Now, maybe he'll suck. You know, sometimes a player, like A-Bear, gets told they're going to, have to play because of a scratch right before the game, and they actually do better than when they know they have to play. This is the pressure. I got nothing to lose. So let's see here. Saints. Thomas ruled out versus the Packers. There's another reason I should pick the Packers. Ravens defensive coordinator says Mahomes underpaid, even if it was $1 billion. Adams for the Packers is doubtful for Sunday. Ooh, that's not good. Lions Galladay hopes to make his debut versus the Cardinals. Titans linebacker Beasley finally set for season debut. Oh, here's a story I'm actually going to read. Gronk on his slow start. Morty Vickers says, I'm definitely intrigued. Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end Rob Gronkowski doesn't appear to be fazed by his slow start in Bruce Arians' offense, one that has rendered him with just 2 catches for 11 yards on 4 targets and 33 routes run in 2 games. He's taking things in stride and treating it with some humor. That's because he's a lunkhead. He lets people call him Gronk. If I was an adult, I would never let anybody call me Gronk, especially if I had the mentality of a caveman. I'm a blocking tight end. I came here to block, baby, he joked. So 4 targets is 4 more than I thought I was going to get. Gronk. It's the lowest production of the 5-time Pro Bowler's career through the first 2 weeks of any season. In his 7 other seasons in which he'd played in weeks 1 and 2, because he's injured all the time. He's averaged 8.7 catches on 13.4 targets, 227 receiving yards on 1.8 touchdowns. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, Gronkowski and quarterback Tom Brady have linked up for the 5th most touchdowns by a quarterback-receiver duo in NFL history. I don't want to go through all Gronk's crap. Bruce Arians did say that the tight end's role as a receiver in his offense is more about quality over quantity when it comes to catches, and they've been happy with his run blocking and veteran leadership. We're not throwing the ball 50 times to tight ends. That's what we have receivers for, the way our offense is built. Who cares? Just go away. Gronk, just go away and do energy drink commercials and just here's what you got to do. I saw he was on like a New Year's Eve show last year and he was just a moron. Just a moron. Gronk. Yeah, that's what dolt. Morty Vickers says, Gronk no like jokes. Make Gronk angry. Gronk but pawn in game of life. Anyway, enough of Gronk. I'm so sorry I brought the show down with Gronk. I really am. Celtics 105, Heat 91 now. Wait. Celtics 109, Heat 94. 5 minutes left in that Eastern Conference Game 5. Oh, boy. Here's some just general sports stories. Actually, only one that I really want to get into. I might get into another one, but here's another guy I can't stand. UFC star Conor McGregor is in serious talks to fight boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. What, couldn't find anybody older or smaller? But the bout isn't a done deal yet, McGregor's manager Audie Attar told ESPN today. McGregor said Friday on Twitter he is boxing Manny Pacquiao next in the Middle East. The McGregor-Pacquiao boxing match would take place in late December or early January, said Attar, who represents both fighters. The Middle East is one of the few locations being discussed to host the fight. Attar recently told ESPN he had talks with the UFC about McGregor's future. On Friday, he said McGregor fighting Pacquiao in a boxing match was, in fact, one of the topics discussed, according to Attar, and the UFC was on board with the idea. Look, man, he's never going to fight Khabib again. Because we all know how that's going to go. It's going to be over real fast. He don't have the engine for that no more. I can't stand him. I think he's an ass. I think he was really good for a long time. Now that's over. That's all over now. You know, unless the stars align, you're never going to get another championship fight. And if you do manage to get one against someone you can beat, it'll be a fluke of the highest order. Of the highest order. So just take your ass kickings. Now, Manny Pacquiao is 41 years old. I don't know if he'll be 42 by December or January, but dude, you're fighting a boxer again. You know? And Pacquiao is easier to hit than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest defensive boxers in history. But if you think you can get in a ring with Manny Pacquiao and do to him anything that's not been done, to him by everybody else he's fought, you are on drugs. And incidentally, if the roles were reversed and Pacquiao was fighting him in a UFC match, I'd say the same thing. I'd have said the same thing about Mayweather. But you're fighting a boxer and not just a guy named Joe. Not just a ham and egger, man. You're fighting Manny Pacquiao. Look, I know he's not what he once was. I know he doesn't have knockout power anymore like he used to. But he's got wear Conor McGregor's ass out power. He's got that all day. He can bring that all day. Ridiculous jackass. I'm sorry, I just can't stand Conor McGregor. Cannot stand him. I don't know how you UFC folks feel, but oh man, they need to tell him to take a long walk off a short pier. Just look, a lot of people don't like the Diaz brothers in the UFC, right? But I tell you what, I will forever love that. I ain't surprised, man. Oh, come on. What are you doing to me here? This thing's not responding the way I had intended it to. Here we go. I ain't surprised, mother. Oh, here we go. Now we're good. All righty. Hey, 817-522-3948 is the number to call if you'd like to get in on this. Here's my MLS predictions. Saturday, Nashville and Houston Dynamo. New York City FC, Cincinnati, NYCFC. DC United, New England Revolution. That's actually a rivalry match, and I'm going to take... God, do I have to take the Revs? I'll take the Revs. New York Red Bulls, Montreal Impact. I'll take Montreal. Chicago Fire, Atlanta United. The Fire actually exploded for 3 goals last week, and they will be at home. Steve Glass can't coach Atlanta United out of a wet paper bag. I'm going to give Chicago Fire the nod. Philadelphia Union against Inter Miami. Give me Philly. Toronto FC is taking on Columbus Crew. I want Toronto and Toronto. Minnesota United, Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake has been hosing me like you can't imagine lately. Give me Minnesota United at home. FC Dallas, Orlando City. I hate picking FC Dallas. I'm just going to pick Orlando City out of sheer spite. Colorado Rapids, Sporting KC. You know what? I just think Peter Vermees is a better coach than Robin Fraser. Give me Sporting Kansas City. Vancouver Whitecaps, Portland Timbers, Cascadia Cup match. Oh, that is a tough one. I'm just going to Diego Valeri it up and say Portland Timbers. LA Galaxy, Seattle Sounders. Seattle's playing well. Give me Seattle. LAFC, San Jose Earthquakes. LAFC all day long. There are 19 minutes, 23 seconds left in the overtime period. There's a timeout on the ice, and it's 4-4 still. So there you go. I don't know if my chat room is locked up or not. I'm going to have to find out right now. Right now, man. I'm going to find out. I'm going to have to open up another window. And or maybe just the thin sliced pork chops at Morty Vickers' place have beguiled the audience too much. I don't know. That's what he said he was making. Thin sliced pork chops. Some good stuff. Why don't we just go to the UFC right now, since we do have Morty and Rosie in here. And Morty, he struck a gold mine. When you got a gal that knows her UFC, that's what we call a keeper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my chat room did freeze up, and then it just all of a sudden gave me all the comments right when I opened up another window. Celtics 112, Heat 98, 3:36 left in the fourth quarter. Action's back on in the Stanley Cup. I'll just glance over there occasionally, give you an update. I'm waiting for my live chat to reload. Come on, man. Don't hose me over on a Friday night. Don't do me like that. Y'all can't be doing me like that. Anyway, let's get to the UFC. While all that straightens itself out, let's see. Adesanya and Castro in the main. Let's go down the fight card here real quick. Man, now I got no chat. That ain't right. That just ain't right. What's this say here? Participants pop out chat. Toggle times. Man. That's a load of hooey. I'm going to have to reload this page. Good freaking Christ. YouTube's hosing me over hard tonight. Let's see. You got Adesanya 19-0 against Costa. 13-0. 2 undefeateds. Of course, I'll have to go to the chat room if it ever shows up again to get the real experts to tell me what's going on. Come on. Man. Anyway, I think I kind of got to take Adesanya in this. He's got height and he's got reach, and that's always good. Oh, here we go. Conor just said for his last UFC fight agrees to fight Diego Sanchez. Can't he find any older people He says, LOL, just listening to the breakdown. Yeah. Conor just doesn't want to fight anybody good anymore. He knows he'll get his ass kicked. I loved it when Khabib was like, let's talk now. Let's talk now. Loved it. Reyes taking on Blachowicz. And Reyes 12-1, Blachowicz 26-8. I got no idea there. Cara France taking on Royval. No idea. Vieira and Eubanks, ladies match. I have no idea. Dawadu taking on Takugov. So excuse me. Also no idea. Riddell da Silva. I always just say anybody with the last name Silva in the UFC, I just go ahead and pretend they're going to win. Diego Sanchez is taking on Matthews. Diego Sanchez's record is 31-12-0. Wasn't he on like the first or second season of The Ultimate Fighter? I won't bet you who will win this match. I will bet you how much face makeup will Diego Sanchez wear. Young and Klein in the next fight. Knight and Kamur and Espino and Hughes. Ibrahimov and Marquez. And I tell you what, no lady fights in the undercard. No girl fights. That's what I'm saying. He's better than his eyebrows will ever be. I'll tell you something. When Diego Sanchez was on it, and when he was coming out ready to bite somebody's head off, he'd have beat McGregor. Sorry. But he hadn't been that in a long time. I mean, I'm glad he's still fighting. But he went goofy too. Like he went a little nutty. Oh, delayed penalty here in the Lightning Stars game. What's it gonna? Still passing it around. Must be on the Stars because they're just letting Tampa just go crazy with the puck. And let's see. If I was the Stars, I'd try and ice that thing. What do we got? Yeah, now we'll see what the penalty is. Oh yeah, it's definitely on the Stars. One of them bearded guys is cursing like a sailor at the. What's this gonna be a? I don't know what that is. Oh, it looks like a hook. Well, I don't know what that is. Man. Oh well. Power play for the Lightning. Let's see here. Rosie says, so true, Morty. Morty says he can't go one fight without getting big time cut. You're right. He's Clay Guida tough, though. Rosie says, but he's also about the positive fighting now, I guess. Who do you guys like in the main event? Adesanya and Costa. That is one heck of a... I mean, two undefeated fighters. Costa's just... I don't know. He just is... I know he's 185, but just don't know. He is Brazilian. You got to like that. Got to always like that. Actually, Costa is favored by Vegas. So, we'll see. That fight coming to you from the United Arab Emirates. Yeah, Rosie Williams says spiritual. Well, everything about Diego Sanchez has always been in his head. Whether he was just, I'm fighting, I'm a monster, or whether when he got weird. Remember that one fight, the first fight he ever came out with all the eye makeup on? It's like his sister went, let me put some eye makeup on you. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I don't know whose idea that was, but it was creepy. it creeped me out, okay, man? It really creeped me out. And I would ask our UFC experts, what undercard, not prelims, but what on the rest of that main event card, which fight are you looking to the most? Reyes, Blachowicz, Kara France versus Royval, Vieira, Eubanks, Dawadu, Turkogov. Well, you take some punches to the head, says Morty Vicker. And that's got something to do with it. But which of those four matchups on the it's the undercard of the main event? Which of those are you most looking forward to? Rosie says women are fighting. Yeah, that's Kara France and whoa. Sorry, Vieira Eubanks. Sorry. Morty says it's toss-up for him. Yeah, that's the only ladies fight on the entire... Lightning just scored. Lightning have just scored 5-4. And I think that means it's over. The Lightning win over Dallas 5-4. Dallas put up a heck of a struggle. But that's it. And I believe that means Dallas will go up 3-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Long road ahead for the Stars. And like I said, there's a game tomorrow night. So the Lightning could conceivably win the Stanley Cup playoffs tomorrow night. Rosie is looking forward to Vieira and Eubanks. And Morty Vicker says, wow. Wow. I don't know about what, but there's some wowing going on in our chat room. Let's see. The Lightning put the puck on net. Oh, yeah. Dallas goalie was just screened. He was playing the short side, and it went right over his right shoulder. He was screened for just a second and threaded it between two players. I think the goalie was unsighted. And it was during that power play, if I'm not mistaken. And the Lightning, man, oh man, they are deadly on the power play, at least in this series. Morty Vickers says, thought Dallas was going to pull through. Man. Well, you know, I have to say, like I said a number of times, it's a tough series for me because I really like the Stars, having lived in Dallas that long, and they won the Cup the first year I was there, like 2000, I think. No one expects the one hole. Yeah, they sure didn't. Not that time. Man, this thing is just jacking me up tonight like you can't imagine. Like you cannot imagine. I hate iPads. I so hate them. They're toys. They're not real. I'm just going to go ahead. It's going to mess up my stream probably, but I don't give a damn. I'm sick and tired of it. You know? Just close that piece of crap. I have to use one for work all the time, and I'm just constantly going, you know, I don't like toy computers. Just don't like them. Let's look at the box score on this Stanley Cup playoff. 3 stars of the game: Kevin Shattenkirk, Joe Pavelski, Braden Point. There you go. That's the deal there. This is probably putting up little... Yeah, see? It's making my stream... how's the WPO, World Pickle Organization? The World Pickleball Association, I think, is... they're playing a tournament in the bubble right now. For gosh sakes. You know, those pickleballers, how close they get to each other. Celtics 121, Heat 108. That is a final. And That means Miami leads the Eastern Conference Series 3-2 now. Let me look at this box score from the Stanley Cup and get the skinny on exactly everything that went on there. Here we go. See, at least it's doing something. God, I hate iPads. Here's another thing about an iPad that bugs me. They were designed to be touchscreen. So they were designed for people to put their finger goo and prints and crap on them. And people will hand me an iPad and it's just like a sheen of, just like a haze of nastiness. Let's see. Vasilevsky, 30 shots against, 4 goals against, 26 saves. That number got better as the night went on. Hudobin, 35 shots against, 5 goals against, and he made 30 saves. Don't you know? I'm trying to find the... Okay, here we go. The Lightning scored 3 of their 5 goals in the power play. So they got that going for them. You know? Let's see what else we have going on here. First goal was Klingberg for the Stars. Second goal was Pavelski. He, gave the Stars that 2-0 lead. And then the Lightning came back. Braden Point scoring 2 goals. One at the very end of the first and one 2 minutes into the second. And that second one was a power play goal. Puck went off a skate, and he wasn't over the goalpost. He just batted it down off the ice into the net. It was a really nice goal. Very quick reaction. Corey Perry, after one of his teammates had beat the defender, had a little bit of a breakaway and took the puck to the right side of the net. Vasilevsky covered, but the puck got through, and Perry just basically, steamrollered it into the open net. Gord got the next goal, power play, 1854, to tie it up. And that one came off of a Dallas Stars skate right to him as he was rushing the net. It was almost like tailor-made for him. Killorn scored 6 minutes into the third period, and then Pavelski got his second goal 11 minutes in to tie things up, send it into overtime, and Kevin Shattenkirk getting the power play goal 6 minutes and 34 seconds into that third period. That puts Tampa Bay up 3-1 going into tomorrow night's game, which will take place at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern time. And I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. If it's half as good as this one was, it'll be awesome. Oh, here, why don't I just go ahead and turn the game off? Boom, shakalaka. Anyway, anything you'd like to know or have me look into regarding the world of sports, I can do it now. We pretty much have covered anything. Morty Vicker says, you have any interest in X Games? I know it's not happening this year, but do you have any interest? I from time to time have watched a little X Games. I'm not crazy about them, but I don't dislike them. Motocross or such, you know what? I would watch a lot more motocross if it was easier to see. You know what I do like? You know what sport I love that I don't get to see nearly as much as I would? Are those airplane races. Have you seen those? The Red Bull airplane, the giant pylons that they race around? I love those. I also like the motorcycles with spikes on the tires that race on ice. I love that. Here's another thing I like, rodeo. Love the barrel races. Morty Vicker says need the Red Bull channel. I know. Those plane races, they're so precise the way they do them. And It's super HD. It's the HDest HD you can see. I like rodeo. There's a bunch of events I like in rodeo. So I like to watch the Mesquite Rodeo with Donnie Gay. And love the barrel races. Rosie Williams says, love the Winter X Games. I love the Winter Olympics. I used to love the Summer Olympics a lot. And now I kind of like them, but I think the way they cover them sucks. They bounce you all over the place. You don't get to watch one thing start to finish, But the Winter Olympics, we were just talking about the biathlon. Guys on skis with guns. How can you not like that? And now that they've included a lot of the X-gamey sort of events, like the snowboarding and all that stuff with the half pipes, I like that a lot. Morty Vickers says, we need to talk later about TV options. Yeah, I don't like to buy a lot of packages of this and of that. I certainly don't want to buy anything for the Olympics because they're over fast. Then I'm stuck with, I do have a station called, I think it's called Stadium. And they show a lot of weird stuff, man. They show the sumo wrestling, like whole tournaments and stuff. Because in a sumo, they don't just playoff bracket that out. Morty Vickers says, trust me, I'll message you later. Yeah, the Wolf keeps telling me about all these websites that, you can get this free, you can get that free, you can get this free. And I'm like, that just sounds like you can get a virus free. Believe me, I got enough sports to watch. I'm good. But yeah, message me what you got. A couple years ago, it wasn't even a couple years ago, it was like in 2006 or 7, I bought a package, and I've since forgotten my login information. But for $25, you got a lifetime membership to this website. It was called like Live Soccer Broadcasts, and it was Russian or something. Every match in the world, man. Now, you might be watching a match and you'd get that thing where this has been interrupted due to a copyright request, and then you go back to the main page and there'd be a new link right next to that one. I had a page like that, and I used to watch all sorts of stuff on it. I got that for the 1990. It was the Confederations Cup. Maybe it was 2008, 2007, maybe. It was the Confederations Cup. The U.S. was in it. We beat Spain. They were ranked number 1 in the world. Then we lost to Brazil in the final. Yeah. The Stadium channel, when the baseball season started, was showing classic old baseball games. And I watched a ton of those. An absolute ton of them. But they show all sorts of crazy stuff now. Here, let me see what they got on. I love it nighttime when they show the sumo wrestling and all the dart events, And but I am interested, Morty, in seeing what's up, what you got. Let me see what this Stadium has got on. It's 13.2. There it is. 13. World Poker Tour is on right now. Then Campus Insiders. What the hell is that? That's a preview of the weekend's college football games. Then there's a UFC 253 preview special. Yes, that's an hour long. Then Ring of Honor Wrestling. That's like a low-level fake wrestling thing. Campus Insiders again. Come on, reload for me. WCC All Access. That's West Coast Conference. Yeah. Sportswoman. That's a show. Female athletes and sports figures are featured in a series of profiles and stories. Then a show called Boundless. And that's Simon and Turbo train in Hawaii 4 days before competing in an elite paddling race. There's another episode of Boundless. Simon enters the amazing Maasai Ultra Race, a 75-kilometer single-day run that pits international competitors against local Kenyans. So that seems to me like a triathlon deal. Oh, and then there's a great show called Timber Sports. Wood competition featuring springboard, stock saw, underhand chop, single buck, standing block chop, and hot saw. That's like a lumberjacking thing. And that's on for 2 hours, 3 hours. Then the Strongman Champions League. Events from Russia and the annual 16-stage global series to determine the world's strongest competitors with strength tests and contents unique to each location. Let's see, it's 1, 2, that's 2 hours of that. Then Shogun Fights 10 from Baltimore. Bouts from Baltimore include Micah Terrell versus Steve Molesky. That is an MMA event. And then Shogun Fights 11, Part 1 from Baltimore. Shogun Fights 11, Part 2 from Baltimore. Then there's a show called The Short List, a look at the top combat sports upsets. Then a show called Total Combat, highlighting the best in combat sports from MMA to Taekwondo to kickboxing to Jiu-Jitsu. Then EFC Premium Fights, MMA action from the Extreme Fighting Championship. And that's on for 2 hours, and then Champions League again, and then paid programming. There you are. That's what we get on the Stadium channel. They have a lot of, it's all over the board. It's all over the board on the Stadium channel. So, yeah, I like your non-traditional sports. I don't like pickleball. That's not a sport. Again. Any sport where the equipment is made by Whammo or that you can buy in the toy aisle at a CVS, it's simply not a sport. Not a sport. Sorry. Just not a sport. And I'll tell you something else. I have taken some heat from time to time about ultimate frisbee, says Rosie Williams. Exactly. Wearing a headband and not a like terry cloth and not that kind of headband. One that somebody folded up a bandana and tied it in a knot. That's I've taken some heat from time to time because I'm very critical of the WNBA, but it's not about that it's women. Because I think women's tennis is more exciting than men's tennis. And I don't know that I like it as much, but I love watching women's NCAA basketball games. The tournament. Oh, love it. There's great games. Absolutely great games. But there's certain, I had somebody the other day try to tell me, I don't know why women basketball players don't get paid as much as men basketball players. It's the exact same game. And I'm like, is it? Then how come the women's ball is an inch smaller in diameter? And how come their three-point line is 2 to 3 feet closer? And it's not the exact same. But even if it was, I don't like watching the WNBA. I'm sorry. Just don't like it. I'm really sorry. I don't like watching women's professional soccer. I don't mind watching the U.S. national team for women, but the National Women's Soccer League, count me out. If I want to watch a game like that, I'll take an English Premier League match. I'll slow it down to half or 2/3 speed, and I'll imagine there's a lot more mistakes in it. Sorry. It has nothing to do with it that it's women. There's a bunch of sports I love watching that women play. And I don't understand why I am honor bound to like all women's sports in like a sign of equality. Do you think I like all men's sports? Are you kidding me? You couldn't pay me to watch golf of either sex. I'm out. Snorefest. Can't watch it. There's certain racing, auto racing. Can't watch it. A lot of stuff. Look, there's a lot of regular season Major League Baseball I don't want to watch. You get 2/3 into the season and 2 last place teams are playing. Count me out. I don't care. Why am I watching these guys play out the string? Just don't need to do it. Oh, here's one. Here's one that I didn't have to worry about this year. But probably since I was in 7th grade, I don't think I've watched one NFL preseason game. I can't think of anything as worthless as an NFL preseason game. I like to shoot myself in the head. Yeah. Don't need it. Just don't need it. Why don't I recap Major League Baseball and then we'll call it a night. I don't know if my comments have quit again. Last comment I see here is Rosie Williams says, Ultimate Frisbee, LOL. And by the way, count me in on that LOL. Ultimate Frisbee. What's next? Ultimate Slinky? For crying out loud. Man, this UFC page just freezes up. Oh, wait a minute. I already closed that other one. All right, let's get to Major League Baseball. If we can. If indeed we can. Come on. MLB. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Morty Vickers says, a good friend of ours, son, we've watched him grow up, qualified for X Games BMX Street of all years. It's a trip seeing how good he's gotten. Cool to see his hard work pay off. Just to be disappointed. Yeah, I don't mind watching that stuff. I like it. All right, let's get to these final scores here. Come on. Let's get to these final scores in Major League Baseball. Middle of the 9th, Reds 7, Twins 2. Wouldn't count on the Twins coming back. End of the 5th, Dodgers have pulled out in front 6-5 over the Angels. Lynette Miller is somewhere euphoric. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the way I like her. Bottom of the 7th, 0-0 still. Mariners Athletics. I'm going to come back to that one in the box score. Diamondbacks 9, Rockies 4, top of the 4th. Padres 3, Giants 2, top of the 5th. And those are the games still in progress. Let's look at that Mariners game box score real quick. See what's up. Okay, both teams have 5 hits. Seattle has an error. So, actually, the Mariners have had 2 pitchers. Kikuchi pitched 6 innings, and Ramirez came in and has pitched 2/3 of an inning. Bassett for the Athletics has pitched 7 innings, giving up the 4 hits, 6 Ks, and there you go. There you go. Mariners have gotten 5 Ks between those 2 pitchers. So, at any rate, I hope you have a great sports weekend plan. I hope all your sports are good. We'll be back on Monday with the outcomes of Major League Baseball and NFL. We'll see how well the predictions went. Major League Soccer, we'll see how the predictions went. And we'll recap that UFC 253 event. So a lot happening this weekend. There'll also be 1 game each in the conference finals for the NBA. And tomorrow, as we mentioned, there'll be another Stanley Cup match between Tampa Bay and Dallas. Dallas with a chance to close out the series. Morty Vickers says, great show, Tom. Hey, I got to thank you guys for coming in here, especially on a Friday night. As you know, we're just trying to get this thing going, trying to get some momentum and get as many people as possible to watch so I can get a gig and get out of here. It'd be good for me. And we'll see if such a thing is possible. Hopefully it is. And with all that being said, good night, good sports, and we'll see you Monday night. Take care.